Hello, and welcome back to All the Mods 10, back on the farm. Today, we are going to be making some fresh water out of all the water that we collected so far from our little pumping station right out on the water over there. We are pumping water out there and bringing it over our aqueduct into our water tower. And let's just pretend there's some kind of water filtration going on over there. And it's no longer salt water when it reaches over there. So, yeah, fantastic. And this speed is continually, gradually inching off of the stasis chamber. So eventually, I'm gonna log on, and that bee will be gone. So I'm just gonna have to adjust you. Gonna put you in the corner over here. All right, there we go. All right, that should do it. All right, cool. All right, so previously we have this little water platform going on over here, just pumping water out. There's some great stuff. Put it into this particular tank over here, and then it's just pumping the water into our little ender tank over here. And then the ender tank is like all the way over here, being connected to our little mechanism tank, our massive storage tank right here, which is continually filling up. So look at that. It's a very large capacity right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some fluid pipes, and then we're just going to use it, and maybe that's not the best idea, but we're going to do it anyway, right? All right, we're going to get a pump here. Okay. Going to do that. And then we're going to need some rotational power. Let's not use the water wheel here, even though that is water wheel focus. Can we use the windmill? Then we gotta deal with that. Okay, never mind. We'll use the water wheel. Jeez. Okay, water wheel. And I would imagine it doesn't take that much in order to pump water out slowly, so we're just gonna do that. And let's put this away. Give me a water bucket. Okay, we're probably gonna need some cogs. Okay, get me some cogs here. Then we're going to need a couple of shafts, maybe. Okay. We're probably going to need some gearboxes. Vertical gearboxes, some gearboxes here, and maybe some chain drives. I'm not sure. Did I ever make a recipe for the chain drive? Chain drive. Okay, we don't have one. Okay, make that one. This is iron nuggets, zinc nuggets, and there's like casings. All right, do I have any zinc in here? Oh, we don't have much zinc. We haven't processed any of it. Alright, fine. Give me this. Okay, right here, we'll use the iron. We have plenty of iron. Okay, put that over here. Make some of that. And there we go, chain drives. Alright, great. Alright. So we're gonna need a cogwheel over here. There we go. And then we're gonna need to rotate the damn thing. Let's see, in case chain drive. Now, how should we do this? Let's see, do that, and then just do that, maybe. Where's my wrench? Okay, and then we can rotate it that way, too. And then we'll have the water wheel over here. Okay, there we go. Very nice. And we can barely see it if we come over here, so it's not a big deal. Alright, let's see. Let me get one of these. To contain the water. Alright, great. Uh-oh. I missed the spot. Alright, let me close off here. Alright, there we go. Alright, cool. Alright, that should hold. Where's the water over here? Okay, it's over there. If I get rid of that, would that help? Alright, that works. Alright, good. Contained. Alright, we have that spinning right there. And since spinning, the pump's facing the wrong direction, but we'll fix that later. Alright, so we need to bring a pipe somewhere, just not sure yet. And maybe we'll bring the pipe all the way out to here, like we said we would. All the way out to here. So, cool. Alright, great. We need to dig into the mountain, though. So let's see how we are going to do that. Maybe we go through here. And then out to here. Or maybe we go through here. Out to there. Alright, great. Okay, this one is 5 by 5. Okay, that is the middle there, so we might as well start from here, just to make it look a little symmetrical there. Okay, where are we going out towards? Over here? Oh, over there. It'll be a long tunnel. We could use the other pack that we made previously, like this one. Yeah, but this is 7 by 7, so that's not gonna work. That's we don't want to make more work for us. Alright, we're pretty out here. And then what we can do is move it over here. And then maybe we can have like some kind of water filling station like right here. Yeah, let me see. This is by 3, so we'll go like maybe like that. Alright, where was that tunnel? Okay, we're pretty close. It's right there. Alright. Alright, cool. And we're just gonna have to flatten this thing. Alright, cool. Is there an instant break? Okay, let me turn that on, jeez. Alright, nice. Sometimes it goes way too fast. Alright, there we go. Turn that off now. Alright. So eventually, we're gonna pre up this tunnel. And we're gonna bring the pipe all the way out to there. Okay, that's the floor over there. We could brace it and not put it on the ground. Some, like, maybe some scaffolding under the pipes. Whoops. Whoops. Alright, gonna need more pipes. Look at all this junk. Alright, so we are going to put the pipes over here. Around the corner. And we're gonna have to put pumps every 15 blocks, which is pretty crappy. Okay. And do that. Okay, great. All right. Got some of that going on. All the way back here. And what is this? It's over here? It's not even in the center. What the heck? Hold on. Let me see. All right. Let me put it in the center. I didn't break anything. All right. I do that. All right, cool. All right, let's go back here. All right, so we have a pump over here. So that means it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, so we'll put another pump here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, we'll put another pump here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, we'll put another pump here. So that's 1, 2, and 3. 3 more pumps. All right, cool. A pump there. One there. And another one there. It's crate after all, so even though that we can stand rotational power up longer than pumping water, it is what it is. Alright, some cogwheels here. We'll put that like right here. Okay. Then we'll put something and extend the rotational power all the way over here. And hopefully over there too. Alright, cool. Alright, shafts. Okay, then the gearbox. Alright, there we have it. I need to go back here. Set up another water wheel. Alright, cool. And then we'll do it like that. Sure, that looks okay. Okay, let's close this off. I think that should be okay. Nope. Okay, let's put that here. You're gonna turn. Okay, no, you're not gonna turn. That one right there. Alright, get rid of that. Alright, that'll work. Alright, cool. Alright, before we start pumping in the water, let's make a valve. Put a valve right there. And then we're gonna need a valve handle, which we do have. Okay, fluid valve. Make a recipe for this one. Okay. all the way over here. And we put the valve like somewhere around here. Can we put it like this and it'll work? Okay, good. And put a handle right there. And it's closed, so we can open it like that. And then, okay, it shows open. All the way open. You can just shift right click in order to close it. Alright, cool. Alright, do that. We'll open it up and see if that works. Now put a window right here. Another window. Okay, it's working. It's working. Alright. Another window right here. Alright, it's going. It's not the fastest in the world, you know. We don't need to be fast. Come on, you can do it. Alright, there we go. There's the water. There we go. Nice. Coming along. Alright, great. There it is. Nice. As this is closed off, it's not coming out. Alright, so anyway, we're going to do this. And, I should make it straight, shouldn't I? Okay, let's, configure this, shall we? Here, do this again. And we'll get rid of this. And we're going to put the valve like right here, maybe. And again, I want a window, so I'm just going to do this. Do that. Rotate that thing over there. And I want to see the damn thing, so I'm just going to do this. Okay, and I'll put the handle like right... Not there. Okay, there we go. Now it's closed, right? Okay, it's closed. Make a window, do this. Put the water back out. Jeez. Come on. Okay, there we go. Alright, good. We got that going. Now let's go all the way back to here. And what kind of stress units are we talking about here? Like, I don't have my goggles on, but it's pretty low, probably. So we might have to set up something else over here. Alright, so let's make a spout. Right there. And of course, we don't have a recipe for that either. Okay, let's do that. And andesite copper casing. Oh boy, we don't have anything set up for this. Alright, how many copper casings do we have? We have 4. Alright, get some logs here. Okay, we have a couple of these birch logs. Let me get some copper ingots. Hold on. Not like that. Alright, cool. Now, can I, like, ulti-mine this whole thing? No. Okay. Eventually, I'll make an automated process for the casings as well. And when I say eventually, I mean in a long-ass time in the distant future. Alright, cool. Now we got some copper casings. That inside here. And we got the spout recipe there. Okay, put that over here. Okay, there we go. The spout thing. Now let's ponder the spout. We need to pump in some kind of fluid in there. And we need a depot under it. And then we need some kind of container or bucket or something like that. It'll fill it up, and then we need to move it along the way. So, cool. Okay, turn to day. Alright, going to need another depot. Alright, cool. And then, I'm guessing we'll put it right there. And here's the spout. Ah, yeah, perfect. Perfect fit. Alright, cool. And I will imagine it doesn't need any rotational power, so that's good. That's good, but we probably still need something over here, you know, just to move things along. Alright, you know what that means. Bust out the belts. Okay, I suppose we could use immersive engineering pipes, right? Belts. But this is a crate thing, so we're just going to use the mechanical belts here. So anyway, let's see. How the heck are we going to do this? It should come out of a funnel. I'm thinking item vaults. And onto the belt. It goes into the depot just to be filled. And placed back into the item vault. Filters may have to be involved. Alright, great. Okay, cool. Bell here. And put a bell here. Now, they say you can extend this, right? Or no. Can you do, like... Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, great. Alright, shout out to that one person who recommended that. Alright, belt over here. Alright, we're gonna need some rotational power. So, another water wheel. We don't need this to be fast, so it's okay. Okay. Water wheel over here. Okay, water. Can I just take the water from here? No? Okay. Alright, let's see. This way. Nope. This way. Alright, cool. Alright, let's see. Chain drive. Alright, cool. Alright, I need some item vaults. Okay, put that in there. Make about, let's see, how many are we talking about here? Like, alright, let's try 5. Alright, that valve's in the way. Get rid of that. And I'll put it on the top. Okay, item vault. It goes up to 3? What the heck? Alright, fine, fine. We'll do it like that. Alright, we're gonna need some funnels. Probably another one as well. Put that there, and then put that there. And then eventually, we'll have to take these out. And let's see, this is buckets comes out here and fills up all the water. Okay, great. Then we're going to take this out. Okay. And then we're going to have to craft the damn thing. So, we're probably going to use molecular thingamabobber right there. Now, I know what you're saying is like, hey, there are mechanical crafters in Create. Well, it might not work. So, we're going to give it a go, but I'm not sure yet. Okay. Okay, let's put another belt over here. Alright, there we go. And then we're going to need a filter. Okay, let's see, let's filter. No, not that one. Alright, we're going to need 3 of these. Alright, cool. Alright, let's filter. This is for the bucket. Empty bucket. And we're going to take it out of here. And we're going to only take, like, 1. Because it's a slow boy. Very slow. And then this one, we'll go stack. Just in case, you know. And this one takes in the water buckets. But I guess we don't need a filter for that one. It'll just take in everything. Okay, this one. I have to fill up our bucket again. And you never know when we're going to need another bucket of water. Okay, and we'll do that. It's for the water bucket. And we'll just take it out of this particular thing. And we're just going to do 1. Okay, cool. And we're going to put a mechanical crafter. I don't know if it works with just 1. It should. It should. I'll put it right there. I think. I'm hoping that works. And I'll put that guy in there. And then, let's get rid of these things over here. Okay, cool. Now make it point down. Alright. And then that should go into something. It just pops out anyway, so what we're probably gonna need like maybe a chest or a barrel or something. Let me do a barrel. And then maybe we can pull it out of there. Let's see, barrels. Do I have any more of these sophisticated? I don't. Let's see, if I go over there and then go over there. You know what? Let me use a hopper, jeez. Alright, there we go. We have plenty of hoppers. Okay. I'll put it like right there. And probably gonna need like a drawer or something. Let me do a drawer here. Okay, drawers. Here we go. Okay, you know what? Let me try the drawer first. And we'll see if it goes in there. Alright, cool. Very nice. And then this mechanical crafter. I wonder if you can set like a recipe for this thing. Hold on. Let's go in here. Oh yeah, you need rotational force for this. Okay, yeah, I know you can merge it. Okay, that's it. Does it tell me how to set the recipe of it? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to rotational thing here. We're probably gonna have to do it at the top because I might have to put something else at the end. Alright. Let's see. That's the cog over there. That's the cog on the top. Okay. Alright, give me this. There. And then I'm probably gonna need maybe a chain drive. Does that work? Really? That doesn't work? Alright, what's going on with you? You're spinning. No, of course, it doesn't work that way. Okay. Okay. I wish it did, but... Can't see how the heck you work. Let me do this. And then it has to be like that. But then this one can only go like that, and like that. Yeah, I don't think that can work, because it does like this. Alright, give me that. Okay, gearbox time. And then like that. Alright, great. Alright, that works. Alright, let's test this out. Because how many recipes does like water go into? I mean, it goes like fresh water, right? Just by one spot. And it's the only one that does that. I think. Yeah, I think that's the only one it does, because if I do this, it just gives me fresh water. And it's only one spot. You know what? We can try it out right now. Not over here. Yeah, does it work? Hello? Oh, it's working! Oh, but it doesn't go in the drawer. Okay. Oh, it does! It does! Oh, sweet, that works. Alright, very nice. Alright, then we get a couple upgrades for this thing. Diamonds here. 679 million, sure, why not? And then, let me get some void upgrades. Okay, there we go. Alright, nice, we got some fresh water. Alright, so this is the list filter for the empty bucket. Goes over the depot. This thing could fill it with water, and then it goes back into here, into the item vault. And then the item vault takes out the water bucket, goes into the mechanical crafter, crafts it, and puts it into the drawer. And bam, we have fresh water. So step number 1 of creating a farm with, you know, sustainable foods and stuff like that. It's one step closer. One step closer. Okay, can you get out of here? What? I don't have any carry-ons in here. Alright, fine. Alright, let's open it up and fill up the spout. Alright, it's filling up nicely. Very slowly. You know what? I think we should speed it up a little bit. You know, just in case. Because it can get clogged up, right? It'll probably stop. Okay. Then we got a couple of buckets. Okay, buckets here. And let me get like, I don't know, 40 or something. Alright, great. Now I'm gonna need the other thing, where it allows you to put stuff in manually into the item vaults. Yeah, item hatch. Okay, item hatch. That thing right there. That right over here. Okay, great. Alright, and Then I'm going to put that right there. And can I open it, or do I need, like, an item in hand? Alright, fine. Give me this. Nice. Alright, there we go. Bring it up nicely. A nice screenshot. And move it all the way over here. Okay, great. Right, nice. Boy, I'm gonna need... I might need to move this up. Or, you know what? Let me just, make this thing a whole belt. And this... Okay, put that over there. Give me this thing over here. That over here. The belt, please. Great, I lost the belt. I don't know what happened to it. Did it go in here? No. Alright, belt. And create a recipe for this one. So much junk in here. What the heck? Yeah, put these away. Alright, do this, and then extend all the way out to here. Great. And it should stop there anyway, so... Alright, let me get this. Put that there. Alright, great. It stopped. The water bucket back in there. Now, you're supposed to go in there. What the heck happened? Okay. See, that one goes in there. Well, what's in here anyway? 13 buckets? Huh, strange. You're supposed to take everything. What the heck happened? Or is it because it's set to a stack? Here, let me... Here, do this. Does it work? Oh. Interesting. Okay, fine. Here, take this. Alright, good. It's running anyway. It stops right there. Yeah, it stops right there. Just like an assembly line. Alright, let me get my goggles so we see what's going on. Where are the goggles? Should be in here somewhere. Did I never make the goggles? I mean, there's this. Yeah, I don't know what I did with them. But this thing ain't running. Oh, it's because of this. Oh, let's do that. Yeah, will you work now? Come on, set to 1. Yeah, something's up with this thing. I'm not sure. I mean, it is running. Alright, fine. Let me get the goggles. Alright, here they are. Let's see. Villager hat. Okay, let me get rid of this. That's not a head slide, is it? Okay, can I put it in here? Okay, great. Let's see. 16 SU. I don't see anything wrong. You're working before. Okay, let me set a filter for this thing. Let me see if that one works. Yeah, does that work? I don't think that will work. Alright, where's the thingamajiggy for this? Okay, let me just speed this up a little bit. Alright, let's see. Get rid of this thing. you move it out. And then you make it a larger water wheel, because we might be connecting other things to this. Okay. This, besides, it'll look nicer, because it's a large water wheel, and we see things working. Alright, great. That bad boy right there. Alright, cool. Rotational speed controller, put that right there. We don't have to put it like this, but we can. Alright, cogwheel. That right there. Then we need to bring this down. There. Then right there. Okay, that should work. Okay, do this. And do this. And it's rotating the other way. Okay. Alright, let's hold this, I think. Okay, there we go. Alright, nice. Shout out to the other person who recommended that. Alright, speed this thing up a little bit. Yeah, this thing just plain right doesn't work. It's because of this. Because there's like something in it for some weird reason. Oh. Oh, there's an empty bucket in there. What the heck? Let me get... Oh, you need to eject the bucket. Okay, I get it. I get it. Okay. Maybe get another drawer. Oh, it's Lucy. Lucy, slow down the machines. Jeez. Alright, put this away. Don't need this one anymore. Put this away. We're not doing that one. Okay, great. Get this out. 4. Okay, do we have like a 4x4 here? I mean 2x2. Put that right there. And give me that. Okay, that's a lot of fresh water there. We'll put that on the top. And we'll put the empty buckets like right there. We're gonna lock this one. It's already locked. Okay, give me that. Give me these things. That there. Like that. Great. Now put that right there. Alright, great. Let me get another funnel. Okay, and then this one can be taken out of here. And then loop back around to the item vault. Alright, there we go. That like right there. Hey, don't check that stuff out. What the heck? Yeah, put this on the inside. Alright, great. Now we need to pass the conveyor belt around. It's always fun. It's always fun. You know what? No. No, I refuse. This is the back end. So I'm just going to use a pipe. And all the people tuned out because I'm doing create. It's like, hooray! He's using pipes! Alright. Oh, I need a filter on this. Dang it. Alright. Gonna use some AE2 goodness right here. It is probably like an easier way to do it with create stuff, you know, just move this to there, you know. Maybe some item vaults, you know, just 1, 2, 3, and pass it along. Then 1, 2, 3, then pass it along. 1, 2, 3, you know. For me, a flinger. Maybe we can fling it into there. That could be an option too. Alright, there we go. Then over here, what to do? Empty bucket, right there. Okay. Okay, storage bus. That right there. Okay. Crystal resonance. These. That right there. Okay, great. That should start working. Yeah? Come on. It's an empty bucket. Okay, I think it worked. Okay, it's working. Alright, great, it's working. It's slowly working its way towards the spout over here. Alright, great. How many buckets are we talking about here? We have like 0 buckets so far. We have like 20 buckets in there. So how many buckets did we end up like taking out? Here, put more buckets in there. Alright, there we go. And then we'll put the rest of the water buckets on the belt. Alright, there we go. No, don't give it to me. Alright, great. Alright, speed this up a little bit. Alright, 32. Alright, we're probably going to need a speed control in the back because now it's not going fast enough. Alright, let's see. I don't really want to fill with this right now. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'll do it later. Okay, give me all the fresh water. Put that in there. And we can hold up to 170 million times 2 of fresh water right inside here. So once we have that, we can probably put like another cable like right under here. And have some kind of like ender tank or something like that. Maybe a modular router. And then we can like pass it along back to the drawer system over here. Right over here. Because we have room. And then later on, we want to set up some kind of like eatery type place. Or maybe some kind of diner or kitchen or something like that. Like right around here. Or maybe on top of here. I don't know yet. So yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Alright, daytime. Alright, so I'm gonna have to make this look a little bit prettier. I have to close this up, maybe make a nice tunnel through here. And yeah, how's the water going on here? Yeah, filling up pretty nicely. Alright, and there we have it. A roundabout way of making fresh water out of water buckets. Because it looks nice. Look at this. Look at all the crate stuff you can do. And it just looks like a real factory. Real factory. That's what the series is about. A roundabout way of doing things, just to make things look nice. And yeah, I know, you can just auto-craft the thing. Why couldn't you do that, you know? We're trying to make a factory here. Not a factory, you just can't, like, see things. See things working. Mechanical things, you know. So yeah, pretty sweet. Pretty sweet indeed. Alright, so this has been another episode of All the Mods 10. I've been Block, and I'll see you next time.